So we now have the data in Excel. I've opened the downloaded spreadsheet, which is the name of my login, jimtruscott.xls, and it'll come in to the standard sheet. There's basically 4 bits of the spreadsheet that's downloaded. You have the raw data, which is down here, each loaded into a separate sheet. So we've downloaded 3 companies, so we got 3 lots of data. That's the raw or XBRL data that is downloaded. Next we have the tags. The purpose of this sheet is to help you in preparing the formulas which you'll want to build on both the standard page and on your model page. Now the purpose of the standard page really is to act as a buffer between the raw XBRL and your model. Now the filing data is downloaded just as it would appear in the report and accounts. These are the items and the only items that you would see, for example, in the face of the income statement. And they are in the order and obviously have the values. So these are the items that if you were to open a 10K document, this is what you see. These are in effect the as reported numbers. And it's these numbers that the formulas in here interrogate using their fancy formulas in order to be able to see exactly which data items to pick up and to ensure that what you see here is standard data which you can then use in your model. I talk a lot more about how this sheet is constructed and the importance of this standard layer on my blog, www.blog.xbrlxl.com. In fact, I've done a couple of posts because yeah, I think this is very important that you construct any kind of model that uses XBRL data as carefully and as sensibly as possible. So as you can see, we have data items in the standard sheet which reference the data over here, and they use a tag, for example. So here, research and development, that's basically a tag that we created here. This is a custom list. I've just set up some examples and it just makes it easier to create a standard item by picking data items from the tag list. And these data items, as explained, are used by the model. So for example, total revenues here references standard data. So the idea is that everything on the model pages just references data items which are standard. Now these may not necessarily directly reference the XBRL raw data. For example, total revenues here is actually a total of 3 XBRL data items here. So for example, it includes revenue sales for Microsoft, which we can then see down here according to its tag. So that's how it all works, how it all connects. The idea, of course, is that any data items you see here, you can quickly see where they come from here, which then enables you to quickly reference exactly where the data has come from in the report. And that is XBRL to Excel. Actually, one other thing I will mention before I disappear, and that is the fact that because it's as reported, you also get the chance to see where items are not standard. So if we go to IBM, for example, we can see that it has included 3 items on its income statement which are not using standard tags. These potentially obviously cause a problem when trying to compare data from one company to another, and you can see straight away if this is the case, or indeed whether that's impacting on any of your numbers further back here in your standard data, or indeed your model. For example, your model may not reflect all the data simply because, say, IBM haven't classified the information as you might have anticipated it. That's XBRL to Excel.